Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm going to be creating this cranberry eye look, and before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also at the end, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and also make sure you turn on that notification bell to get notified when I upload videos, and be sure to follow me on my social media. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just please keep on watching. So I'm going to be priming my face because I've been doing that lately. I said it in the last video that I'm doing my priming first because I feel like it really sinks into my skin before we add anything. So I'm just using the Smashbox primer water. And for primer, I've been really liking the Master Prime by Maybelline. And this is a Blur and Smooth one. So I'm going to be applying that too, around this much. And just spread it all over my face. The only thing I don't like about this one is the smell. Other than that, it works great. So now I'm going to start with my eyes, and I'm going to be applying my eyeshadow shields. So I'm going to be doing that right now. And since we're doing a kind of like a cranberry smoky eye, I want to create that line right here. So just make sure you apply this in an angle so you can create that cat eye. So now I'm going to be priming my eyes as always, and you already know that I use the Tarte Shape Tape. I've been practicing on saying Tarte Shape Tape because I always want to say shark, like shark tape tape, shark tape tape. I don't know. I always get it mixed up, so I've been trying to practice how to say Tarte Shape Tape. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who has trouble saying shark. You see, the Tarte Shape Tape. So it's kind of a catchy name. So I'm just priming my eye right here, and then I'm going to be setting it with a translucent powder. So I'm just going to be setting it with a translucent powder. So now I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know I use this a lot, but it's one of my favorite palettes because it has a lot of kinds of shades in here, and you can create any look with these shades. So I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is Silk Cream, and I'm going to be applying that on my crease for my transition shade. So I'm just using the Morphe R38 brush for that, and I'm just going to apply it on my crease. At first you can't really see this color because it's a transition shade, and that's what you want. You want to start with lighter shades and then just go deep and deep, and that's how you're going to get the most blending eyeshadow. And this is just going to help the other shadows blend more. So now from there I'm going to be using a darker shade, which is this shade right here, which is Buns, and I'm going to be applying that on my crease as well. And once again, we're just gradually making the shades darker, and I'm using the same brush. Now I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is Jacz, and I'm going to be applying this with my Morphe M433. And I'm going to be applying this on the outer V and then just work it in the crease. And you just want to tap it at first on the outer V and then just work your way in. And then I'm going to be using the Morphe M167, and I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Cranapple. And I'm going to be also spraying my brush with a little bit of any kind of spray that you have. It doesn't have to be MAC Fix Plus. You can do it with anything. So I'm going to use this Badescu one and just spray the brush. This is really going to help the shadow stand out more since it's a real like a glittery pressed shadow. And I'm going to apply this on the whole lid. And then just go back with that Jacz shade and just blend the harsh lines. So see, after removing the eyeshadow shield, see how we have this line right here? So that's what you want. I actually think I want to deepen a little bit the outer V. So I'm going to just be using, I was going to use another shade, but I want to stay within the palette so it'll be easier for you guys to do this look and you don't have to be changing from one palette to the other one. So I'm going to be using this shade right here, and it's called Chip, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit of that on the outer V. And then just go back and blend it. So now moving on to my face. Now I'm going to be applying my Pore Minimizing Primer, and I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Minimizer, and just apply it on this area right here. So now for my foundation, I'm going to be using the TooFaced Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to be mixing the shade Light Beige and Warm Beige. I think I saw the other day at Ulta that they had a shade in between these two. I think it's called Warm Nude or something like that. I think I'm gonna have to try that one to see if it's the shade in between these two, because I have to mix this too so I can get my shade. So it's better for me to buy one than buy two, right? So I'm going to be applying this and just blend it with my beauty blender. So now I'm going to be applying my concealer, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Honey. And also just blend it with my beauty blender. And then just set everything with my translucent powder. So while that is setting, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows and lashes off camera as always, and I'll be right back. I already did my eyebrows and I added my eyelashes. So now I'm going to move on with my under eye. So I'm going to go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and basically I'm just going to copy everything I did on the top to the bottom. So first of all, I'm just taking a definer brush, and this is a Morphe M432, and I'm going to be using the shade Chip and the shade Jacz, which are these two right here. I'm going to be mixing those together and applying that on my lower lash line. And then with a pencil brush, I'm just going to be taking a little bit more of the Jacz and just blend and just buff it under here. So now I'm going to be using this first shade right here, and this is Enlight, and I'm going to be using that as my brow highlight and inner corner highlight. So now moving on to my face bronzer. I'm going to be bronzing my face, and I'm going to be using this Naked bronzer right here. It doesn't have a name, but it's the Naked Flush in the shade, in the palette Native. So they don't have a name, but it's the Native palette from Urban Decay. So now I'm going to be contouring, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia contour kit. I don't even know if these things have names. I don't think they do have names. I did not know that. I don't think it says it on the back, but I'm using this shade. Well, I already took it out, but it's in the shade Fawn. Oh wow, I just noticed it had names. Then contour my nose. So now for blush, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have two of them right here. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of both. But this is the e.l.f. and this is in the shade Mellow Mauve. And then I have the Sigma one, and this is in Born 2. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. It's a little bit lighter. So I'm just using my Morphe E4 for that. Ooh, the real powdery, so just be careful with that. It does have a little bit of shimmer, I think, but it's okay. It still looks pretty. So now for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop right here with my Morphe M510 brush. And then I'm going to be setting my face with the Mario Badescu. This is a Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea Facial Spray. So refreshing. And and then just pat it in place. I don't know what lip color I'm gonna do. I'm thinking like a dark shade. I think I'm gonna go with a dark shade. I'll try it on if I don't like it. Oh, I forgot. I did not apply eyeliner and mascara. So for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Sephora Khol liner. This is real similar to the one that I ran out, the small one, but this is in the shade Keep Brown. But it's very similar to that other one. I don't even know where it is anymore because it's so small. Oh, here it is. Let me compare them. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. This one right here, it's the Cocoa, and then this one is this brown one, which is Keep Brown. So there's not much of a difference, but I still prefer the Cocoa. But since I'm out of it, I'm gonna use this one right here. And I think this one is waterproof. The Cocoa one is not waterproof. I don't mind if it's waterproof or not. And then for my mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. I always smell this mascara when I use it. It smells so good. Now moving on to the lips, I'm going to be using this lip liner from Colourpop, and it's in the shade Flawless. I hope it's not too purple. It's a little bit too purple, but we'll cover it with the other shade. Probably by the time you are watching this video, Colourpop has already released their Luxe lipsticks, so I can't wait for that. They'll probably be out by the time you're watching this video. So now for my lips, I'm going to be using Colourpop, and this is in the shade Jinglelady, and it's a Matte X formula. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.